It took Trump 48 hours to call for all flags to fly at half staff for John McCain when it should have been done immediately. 48 hours after his death, he is just getting around to ordering all flags at half staff. All right, he and McCain really didn't like each other. In fact, Trump is banned from attending his funeral. Trump has issued an official proclamation to honor the late Senator John McCain, coming 48 hours after the Republican lawmaker's death, and ordering all American flags on public buildings to be lowered to half staff until McCain is buried. Despite our differences on policy and politics, I respect Senator John McCain's service to our country, and in his honor have signed a proclamation to fly the flag of the United States at half staff until the day of his interment, Trump said in a statement. Trump will not be attending the senator's funeral on Saturday, as McCain banned his attendance before his death. Instead, White House Chief of Staff John Kelly, Defense Secretary Jane Mattis, and National Security Advisor John Bolton will represent the Trump administration. Vice President Mike Pence will speak at the ceremony for McCain on Friday at the U.S. Capitol. Trump added that at the request of the McCain family, I have also recognized military transportation of Senator McCain's remains from Arizona to Washington, D.C., military pallbearers and band support, and a horse and caisson transport during the service at the United States Naval Academy. The White House flag was lowered Monday afternoon to half staff to honor McCain, who died 2 days ago. After public rebuke by the American Legion to Trump for failing to commemorate the passing of an American hero, the flag above the White House residence was lowered an hour and a half after the commander of the American Legion Veterans Organization wrote publicly to Trump, accusing him of failing to follow long-established protocol following the death of prominent government officials by not making a proclamation in his honor and ordering all flags flown at half staff. The Stars and Stripes were flown in full staff until before 4 p.m. Monday, having been lowered for less than a day and a half after McCain's death Saturday. Denise Rowan, the organization national commander, wrote the letter calling McCain an American hero as Trump refused to offer public tribute to him, despite being asked repeatedly by reporters Monday to comment on his passing. Trump also ordered American flags at all public buildings to be lowered at half staff until McCain is interred, which is on Sunday. As a mark of respect for the memory and longstanding service of Senator John McCain III, I hereby order, by the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, that the flag of the United States shall be flown at half staff at the White House and upon all public buildings and grounds, at all military posts and naval stations, and on all naval vessels of the federal government in the District of Columbia and throughout the United States and its territories and possessions until sunset on the day of interment, he said in a statement. So they had to jump on his ass before he did something this simple. It's really not a difficult thing to do. But people had to get up in Trump's ass before he even did this. I thought when the NFL was taking a knee, I thought they were disrespecting the veterans. But you see the hypocrisy from this man? Isn't he disrespecting a veteran? See, this is why when he started talking all that crap, the only thing you need to do is tune this hypocrite out. The president was touting a new trade deal between the United States and Mexico in the Oval Office when he was first asked about the late senator's legacy. He did not answer any questions. He repeated the refusal at a brief photo opportunity in the cabinet room Monday afternoon. So he even refused to even talk about John McCain. And he faced criticism from the American Legion and that the American flag is flying full staff at the White House one day after it was lowered in tribute to the late Senator John McCain. The flag was lowered on Sunday. The flag remains at half staff at the U.S. Capitol building. Flags are still flying at half staff at the U.S. Capitol building, where McCain served as a Republican senator from Arizona for over 30 years. The White House has not responded to Daily Mail inquiry on why the flag is no longer flying at half staff. So they lowered it and then put it back up. He really is showing how much he has a lot of disdain for John McCain in death. Even in death, he can't even let it go. Trump notably did not issue a proclamation when McCain died on Saturday, which usually calls for flags to remain at half staff through the day of interment. That would be Sunday, when the day the late senator is scheduled to be buried at the Naval Academy Cemetery in Annapolis, Maryland, as he requested. It's traditional for presidents to issue proclamations upon the death of notable American citizens, which was what the American Legion demanded Monday afternoon. Rohan wrote that Senator John McCain was an American hero and cherished member of the American Legion. On behalf of the American Legion, 2 million wartime veterans, I strongly urge you to make an appropriate presidential proclamation noting Senator McCain's death and legacy of service to our nation, and that our nation flag be half-staffed through his interment. Trump issued such proclamations for others. The flag flew at half-staff for 4 days in April for former First Lady Barbara Bush. When Senator Dan Inouye died in 2012, Barack Obama offered a proclamation ordering flag flown at half staff until sunset on the day of his interment. But Trump vetoed a White House statement that paid tribute to McCain's achievement, according to the Washington Post. So Woo, he really can't stand McCain. He vetoed a White House statement that paid tribute to McCain. Woo, talking about holding a grudge there, Trump. His move come after the late senator banned the president from his funeral, telling his friends before he died that he didn't want Trump there, but he did want Vice President Pence invited. The New York Times reported in May that McCain was making plans for his burial, speaking to visiting friends and well-wishers and expressing his wishes on how he would be memorialized. Former President George W. Bush and Barack Obama will give eulogies on Saturday at McCain's funeral service at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. So he got Bush and Obama. Both men shared the distinction of keeping McCain from the White House. Bush beat for him for the 2000 Republican presidential nomination, and Obama defeated him in the 2008 presidential election. Trump, meanwhile, has avoided a public tribute to the late senator other than a tweet that offered prayers for McCain's family. Damn, you won't even call them and give your condolences by phone? So much for respecting those veterans, huh? When the NFL was taking a knee, he said they didn't respect the vets. Now, this is the highest degree of disrespect. Always remember this, y'all. The next time Trump tried to get out on Twitter on his high horse talking about the NFL disrespecting the veterans by not standing and saluting the flag. Remember this. Remember, he completely damn near gave the middle finger to a veteran. Trying to avoid tributes, didn't want to put the flag half-mast until people got in his ass. And now he vetoed a statement, a proclamation for McCain. This is the ultimate disrespect. The Post reported Sunday that the president didn't want to send out a message that called the man who fought in the Vietnam War a hero. So he wouldn't put a message out for a dead senator that served for 30 years. I guess Trump is an equal opportunity hater, isn't he? White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Chief of Staff John Kelly, and other staff had drafted a statement on McCain before he passed, sources told the Post. But the final version was never approved. So Trump didn't approve it. He literally did not want anything to be said about McCain at the time of death. He didn't want anything done either. Okay. Former Trump legal team spokesman John Carallo acknowledged that Trump's reaction was atrocious. I'm telling y'all, don't let Trump get back on Twitter without being dragged by everybody. Okay? Everybody should drag him the next time he goes on Twitter trying to criticize the NFL, talking about they are disrespecting the veterans. Always remember what he did to John McCain, a veteran. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave the link to this article in the description box. This is the ultimate disrespect. Even his people on his staff are trying to cover for his ass by putting statements out. His own lawyer is saying what his reaction to McCain's death is atrocious. Oh, man. Never show your ignorance to the world, Donald Trump, but you can't help yourself. You just an orange bastard. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I will see y'all on the next video. And Donald Trump is a ultimate hypocrite to the highest degree. Peace, family.